Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Stash Dive Tuesday, and I'm going to use that as the excuse for the colossal mess that is on my desk. I have a couple of photos from the cruise that Adam and I took. This one is of the ship. In comparison to this rather tall building, you can kind of see how much taller the ship is. It's not showing the arm thing that's actually back towards the back of the ship, but this is like an amusement park for kids. We never did make it over to that section of that top deck. And then there's a marina in front of it. And this was at... I believe this was at La Coruña. That's the one that had the pretty marina in front of it. So, and this is a photo that Adam took of a t-shirt that was available on the ship. And so that gives just some fun factoids about the ship. So, that's what I'm gonna scrap, and I'm using my scrap backwards kit, which has a lot of leftovers from previous Mind the Scrap kits, and one of those is this paper. I think it's from Simple Stories, Simple Vintage Indigo something or other, and I'm not a huge fan, but I think I can make a page I like out of it, because it's pictures of the ship and not people. I somehow feel that I have more license to have oddball things on the page. So oddball things it is. I'm gonna put, let's see, let me space these out. I know I have some things that I want to put at the top, so I'm gonna put them down a little more weighted towards the bottom. And I'll do that. Okay, I know that I want to use this title. This is Bramble Fox, and I've tried to use this title 2 or 3 times, and I tended to want to use it on photos of John and me on trips in the past. And it says, oh, the places we'll go, like there's places we'll go in the future. And of course, that's not going to be possible. But in this context, it means all these places on the ship and all the places the ship is going to take us. And the we is me and Adam, a besties kind of thing, rather than a love of my life kind of thing. So that's my reasoning behind wanting to use this title here and now. Okay, now I have stapled together a couple of tags that are actually, I think, from this same collection, but I'm not absolutely sure because everything was pretty well separated in my kit. I've stapled them together and put some foam here to kind of lift the black one up from the yellow one. And I've put some foam on the back so that when I adhere it, it lifts it up. And I'm going to kind of put it off to the side there. And it's covering up all those clouds in the sky. And I have this little bit that actually is apropos of absolutely nothing, and the style of the artwork is totally different from the paper, and that's just the beginning of those kinds of changes that I intend to make here. I don't know where this cloud came from, but it's kind of whimsical, and I don't know where this came from, but I'm pretty sure it's not this collection. It was kind of loose around, and I'm going to maybe put it here. It says use your wings, and that's kind of an appropriate thing relating to the fact that I actually, went through with this. I actually got on the plane and flew there, and then went on the ship and went all the places. That was a big step for me. Those of you who know me know that I've had a little trouble in the last year and a half, actually even getting out of the house. So I think making that commitment to go there. For the stash dive part, not in the Mind the Scrap kit, but kind of just lying around in my stash, are these 2 tickets, and I think this kind of gives me a sense of using my wings and buying the tickets and, getting to the places. So I'm going to put it here, layer it kind of right near that blue butterfly. And I have a couple of little hearts that I've stapled together that who knows where they came from. They were actually just loose in the bottom of the holder there, so it's about time for them to be used. I'm going to do them right up here on the cloud. It's like an indigo heart and an orange heart, and so I'm going to repeat that orange color around different places. I'm going to add this sunflower because, and I'm going to kind of put it over here because even though he's gone, he's always with me. And in fact, at La Coruña and Le Havre, we scattered some ashes in the waters there. John loved Spain. Of all the places that we visited when we lived in Brussels, he loved Spain the most, and it was where he wanted to go on our 40th anniversary that he didn't live to. So I also want to use, this is from the kit, and I'm going to use it as my title. Well, not my title. I'm going to use it as I'm going to use it on the page because it bridges these 2 photos nicely, and it doesn't really cover up anything that you need to see. Let's see, I think I can put it down farther. There we go. Okay. And there's this thing that says the sweet life and this thing that says the good life. And I don't know which of these to use. This may kind of have the same feel as that. This may kind of have the same feel as those tickets. So for that reason, I could maybe do it over here and just kind of scooch it in there. Let's see, I've got all this stuff that is blocking access to my foam adhesive. So I'm going to put the foam on this outside part and tuck it in between the photo and there. And I'll just kind of do it that way. And it's beginning to kind of build up a color story that isn't necessarily what you'd expect. I also have this gold flare, which I pictured being maybe right down here. Let's see. And I want to layer this wood veneer butterfly on it. So maybe I could do it here and kind of tuck it under the tickets and then layer that on top. That will work. I have a couple other flare that are more travel related. This one is kind of generic. And I'm going to layer the butterfly wing under that ticket too. So we have our little butterfly grouping down here. I have this set of travel stickers that Adam sent me, and I'm going to pull a street lamp. I just like the street lamp. Again, it has no, there's no explanation for it. I'm sure somewhere in the city of Le Havre there are some nice street lamps, but to be honest, that wasn't a highlight of our visit there. As I recall, there may have been some actually on the ship. I've got that stuck to the, I'm going to have to turn this around so that I can reach that and hope that it isn't entirely stuck to the photo. But because it's glossy photo paper, it isn't as bad as if this had been the paper, the matte paper that I usually use. Okay, hoping that's okay. It's just kind of tucking it in, and it adds a little color of that. It repeats that black color. So let me put that back in there. I'm not going to use any more of these, and I'm not going to use a snowflake. I have this set of stickers. I dipped into my crazy box or crazy drawer or whatever it is. And I found this little sheet that has some dimensional stickers that are very, very old, and they're kind of faded and nasty looking, but I'm going to call them antiqued. I'm going to put some foam down under this one to bridge that gap. And then I have to be sure that I get all of the elements in for the Mind the Scrap kit. I'm doing this for Scrap Backwards because I'm using my Scrap Backwards kit, and I picked this paper before, and the embellishments that would kind of go with it, before I picked my photos. And then I have a limited number of photos that are already printed, so I always check there first, like, you know, do I need to do these? And I thought, okay, the only photos that I had that looked like they would go with an eclectic mix of stuff would be these. So I picked those. Here is a compass rose, and I maybe could use it as part of this bottom cluster, kind of tucked right in there. And then my last thing I have is this thing that says World Traveler, here, there, and everywhere. And I would like to think of myself as having been a world traveler, and I went overseas on this trip, and so it kind of reaffirmed my identity along those lines. So I'm gonna see where this goes. This could go maybe right across these tags. Like that's, oh, okay, I like that. It's a neutral enough color that it doesn't quote unquote clash, although I doubt that I would call it clashing even if it did. This is a flare that has a little thing that says go the scenic route, and it has backpacks and sunglasses and cameras and all kinds of travel goodies. So I thought maybe right over here by the bird would be nice. So I have one here and one here, and I have one more that I would like to use. I'm not quite sure where. It has anchors, and since that's a ship, that might look, that might be appropriate. But it's navy blue, so it might be nice over here as part of a cluster that sunflower is in, and I can find something else that can go there. And I'm going to lift the sunflower's little leaf and put it right there. And that seems to say, oh, the places will go on the ship. Okay, now I had a word phrase or something here. Okay, things to see, things to do, things to experience. This is from Sweet Rush, and I'm going to use this to go right under the name of the ship. I was going to cover it up, but it's not quite wide enough to do that. So I'm going to just do that, and that is kind of cool. I have something in here that I marked. Okay, big, better, best. That's the this is a Studio Light pad of stickers, saying stickers by art by Marlene, and she's awesome. She is a really, really cool lady, and I love this pad. And this came in a Mind the Scrap kit. It's random and different in the context of this layout, but it is from the kit. Okay, so big, better, best could be right across here. You don't need to see the bottom of the ship, do you? It would have been good right down here, right? Or we could do it right here. Maybe tucked a little bit kind of there. I'm going to just do it here. And now I'm going on search for little goofy things that that complete it. I have these little like water droplets dots that are in here. I think they came with a one of Christina Sorge's classes. And so I'm just going to kind of scatter these around. I'll do one there, and I'm not sure how many I have, but I'm trying to layer them on top of different colors so they will look a little bit different. I'm going to put one right here on the photo. There we go. And I'm going to do one here on the tag. I've got them upside with some glue on it. And let's see, where else do I want one? I think that might be all I use. There. Put that back away. Let me see. I don't have one here. Let's do it right here on that photo, because I may find something else to go in this corner. And because there was beautiful landscaping around just about all of the ports that we docked in, I don't mind putting flowers. I thought maybe I was going to cut out this yellow butterfly and add it to the grouping, but I don't think I will. That might be a bit too much. Okay, let's look in here. What struck me here that I like is this fiber. It's navy blue and white, so maybe a little strip of it at the bottom of this section and another one at the top of that section. Let's cut it in half and see if that works. I'm not going to worry about if it overlaps. I'm just going to run a bead of glue along this. Well, that's easier said than done. Kind of run it along here. And I think it's going to be about that long. Maybe not quite, but I can always wipe that off. So I'll start it and kind of press it down into the glue and let it be centered in that white strip. Okay, it's a little too long there, but that's okay. And then I've got this piece that can go here, and it's going to go in the black stripe. And so it goes just about to the end of that pink. There we go. And I'm going to put that there. And this is just adding a little texture, and to me it has a nautical look. So that's kind of my reasoning for it, its existence. That was just about perfect guessing on the glue. Okay, now I'm going to put these here. And put that there. And put that there. I've got all my little marquee things. I had thought I might use the numbers of this tape. It's like electrical tape, but it's embossed with one roll is numbers and one is letters. I'm going to put that back in the kit. I don't think I'm going to use that. I think I ended up using this fiber instead. So this goes back in the crazy bowl. This stays here with the adhesives. Now, is there something? Here is a thing that says not easy but worth it. And I like the sentiment, but the color's not right. I don't think there's anything on there that I will use. In here, this is just a bag of scraps that came from a couple projects that I had on my desk a while back. I like this, and it might have worked its way into the into things there, but I don't think that's gonna work. This is a Simple Stories Full Bloom collection. I don't think the colors are especially right there. Again, I'm not seeing too much. I do like this frame. So let's see, is there any way that the frame, maybe I could cut it in half and use a bit there and a bit underneath here? Why not? Let's just see. I will cut it like that so that the flowery side is out, and that kind of adds to that pink and green color scheme that we've sort of invented over here. And I'll put it parallel to the stripes there. And then I've got this, which I probably don't have room for, but I can cut the bottom off of it and it can go in like that. And I'll just put a little bit of glue here and here. And then we'll do, am I making that better or worse? Let's see. I'll bring it back down. I really need to keep things centered on here. Okay, you can see this. I can see it, so you can see it. And I think that is good enough there. May need to go in a little bit. Let me get that bit of glue off of there. That's a 49 and Market piece right there. And I really, really love these tennis shoes. And they would be perfect for this, but they're the wrong color pink. Our cabin was like way back here, and the classroom was way up here. So we not only had to take the elevator, we had to walk from one end of that huge ship to the other every day, several times a day. Here's another set of die cuts, and there's a set of die cuts within another set of die cuts. And I don't think any of these are what I would consider essential. I do have a couple more tickets right here that might be nice up here. Maybe layered up under there. There we go. And just some other kind of miscellaneous shapes. I will work through these and pull out things that I think are usable and kind of trash the rest before the next time I use this, which will be tomorrow. But I think I'm going to consider this done, except right now I'm going to go check my list. Florals, I've got florals pretty much all over the place. Metal, I have staples holding the tickets together and holding the tags together, but I covered them up by this little thing. And I have staples, they're holding those tickets together, and staples holding the little heart. That's probably the most obvious metal that I have. So I'm going to go with that. Just to be on the safe side, I'm going to add just a couple staples down there, like holding the pink on. Oops, I've got a little piece there that's not meant to be on. And I can add it to the fiber ribbony sort of piece right here. Okay, so I have staples all over the place, so that's my metal. Hearts, I have my two little hearts right there. Two photos, I have those two photos, and doodling. I have not done any doodling. And what I think I'm gonna do is doodle around the photos, like on the photos. And I'm using a slick writer, and it's a navy blue color. I don't have a black slick writer, but I'm gonna kind of do this. And I'm going to come down here. I'm going to go all the way down on here and then kind of across that way, and I'll have this meet down here. And I'll do the same sort of thing here. And it's going to run into the printing on the shirt, and that's okay. It's not meant to convey detailed information. Okay, so I've got some doodling on there, and it's kind of added that navy blue color. This kind of reads as navy blue, and the title is navy blue, so I think we're good. I have one more little bit. This is a Mrs. Brumble's sticker sheet that I got from Dottie About Flair, and this is a winter one. It says, "I love to go a-wandering," and that's certainly appropriate for the cruise here. I can put it right over here in this corner of the pink. It's not straight, so I'll see if I can lift it up, and of course I can't. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit distressed because the color is kind of peeling off. There we go, but that's okay. That is okay. Everything on here is kind of old and nasty. I need something right here, just like a small circular thing. Do I have a small... I have a solid bramble fox dot that could fit right there, and it's in a color that doesn't just outwardly clash. And so because I have that there, I want to add that color in elsewhere. So I'm going to do one right here under the heart and clouds. Kind of separate it a little bit. And then it looks like I might need one. I don't have, do I have any more solid ones? I don't. Yes, I do. I have a tiny solid one. I'll maybe put it right here. No, I think I'm gonna wipe that up, and I'm gonna put it on the photo right there. And you know what I have done? That one was peeled. These have not been peeled. I will peel the tops off of those when the glue dries. And I'm going to do this one, which is an open circle, maybe over on this side of the page, over by the flare. Okay. And just a little dab. And I'm going to put it like right there. And that kind of adds in that color, which is right here, and you know, now and it's in the little bird and the eggs. Okay, so I'm done. Thank you for watching. See you next Tuesday for Stash Dive Tuesday, and I'll see you tomorrow for another Around the World, where a group of us are documenting our travels, and I'll put links to all of those. I'm participating every day, and there are lots of other ladies who are doing so too. And I will, and maybe gents. I don't know if Adam is doing that one or not. But I'll include the links to everybody in Stash Dive Tuesday and the links to everybody in Around the World. And then I'm also doing this for Scrap Backwards, so I'll be posting it all over the place. So thank you for watching. It's kind of an eclectic, crazy mixed up page, kind of like my stash is crazy mixed up. So bye. See you tomorrow.